So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So one of my favorite areas of the wine world, and there's actually two very fascinating things we're going to talk about today. One is Alsace, because, as you know, I've done some videos in Alsace, and I'm very passionate about this area. I love it so much. And we're going to talk about Cremant d'Alsace. And we brought one here because, we had a chance to meet this producer here on our last trip to France. This is Domaine Le Freud. This is run by Christophe. And so we got a chance to taste some of their wines in the Angers show. And I want to give a shout out to Christophe because I actually had a chance to get one of his bottles here at Cremant because I wanted to talk about this. This is a beautiful wine. But I want to also explain the area. So we were very lucky on our trip too because we got a map of Alsace from one of our other visits that we did. Ion Zeiseloff was very kind to give us this map of Alsace. It's beautiful, as you can see. It's all the wine routes of Alsace, and it's very important because a lot of maps really don't zoom in like this. So this is beautiful. If you have any questions about getting this map, let us know because it's brought to you by the Alsace Wine Society that actually put this together. But yeah, we snagged this map because it just shows you all the different regions. But one region that we are going to talk about is down here. So you have Colmar, which is the biggest city here. And if you go all the way down, you can see Pfaffenheim right here, and it's next to Rofak, which I actually had a chance. And this is one of my special books that I've had for over 30 years, and I want to at least zoom in a little bit on these two areas because they actually put them together. And I had a chance to visit this area because I was importing Murray wines, and they were based in Rofak. So it's just a beautiful area of Alsace. If you ever get a chance to go to France, try and see if you can get over to here, to Alsace. It's a very, very special area because you have, obviously it's been conquered many times, so it's gone from France to Germany to France to Germany many times, and it got really suffered during World War I. But it's very French now, but at the same time, they make very special Cremant, and I want to talk about that because right now Cremant sales in Europe and in the United States are actually booming. Now, what does that mean? Well, champagne prices are very expensive today, and I shout out to all my champagne producers. I love them so much and everything like that, but they know that when you make Cremant, which is made basically the same exact way as champagne, so they call it, a champagne method, which it's all fermented in the bottle. But this is actually one of the best versions of Cremant because they make Cremant from all over. They make Cremant de Bourgogne in Burgundy. They make Cremant de Loire. They make also Cremant in Bordeaux. They're doing Cremant down in the south in Limoux. So they're really producing, even Jura. We tasted a Cremant de Jura. So basically it's method champenoise. So it's the exact same way of making champagne. So they call it champagne's cousin. But guess what? The prices are about 1/3, 1/4 the price. Normally this would be, under $25 a bottle here in the US. So that's why we wanted to highlight that. But I wanted to talk about today Cremant because I think that this is a beautiful wine, and also Freud, which I know if anybody's looking at the label, they're saying, is that Sigmund Freud's family? No, it's not Sigmund Freud. But at the same time, this family's been producing wines here since the 17th century, so I want to give a shout out to them. But let's taste this wine. But anyway, just to smell. This is a blend of two different grapes. You can look at the color here too as we zoom in a little bit. So we want to talk about these grapes. So you have Pinot Auxerrois, Auxerrois, and Pinot Blanc. Those are the two traditional blends here to make this Cremant tradition made by the Freud family. But it's a beautiful, what we call a dry style, because sometimes they do Cremant with Riesling, or they might even do it with some other grapes and everything like that. But this is very dry, but it's really akin to, I would say, champagne. And you smell all those citrus notes, that apple, so you get a lot of that orchard kind of fruit in the nose. And let's taste it. Oh, that's beautiful. This is absolutely delicious. Very delightful on a very hot day too. I mean, today we're hot in New York, so doing a nice chilled glass of Cremant. This is really, really special. Again, beautiful map of Alsace that we hadn't had a chance to share yet, and we wanted to show you all the different Grand Crus that are produced in this area. The Vin de Route, again, if you're ever travel in this area, I would suggest that you either go to Strasbourg up here and head all the way down, or you can just go into Colmar and you've got a nice day trip or 2 days right into here, and you're not too far from Burgundy. Yeah, and this is a Grape Explorer, always talking about great wines to discover and great wines to find, and we found one here today in the Cremant d'Alsace. Cheers.